What the frick is up, mother freakers? Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome back to the channel. I got a little bit of spare time, so we're coming to you here in the backyard. We're going to do a rap session, dude. We're going to be talking about financial freedom, financial independence, retirement, escaping the matrix, dude. Escaping the matrix, getting you well fed so you don't have to chase the cheese in the cheese wheel, man, or in the rat wheel. Spinning your wheels, man. In particular, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna change gears a little bit. We're gonna talk about these modern women, dude. These women, because this guy in the comments on my previous video, he's fricked up, man. He's just fricked up. You know, he's in his 20s, like most of you probably are watching this, and he's trying to find a woman. And it seems impossible. You know, he's doing everything right. He's trying to build himself up, trying to go out there and hustle and make his money and build himself up. But he's finding that it's hard to find a woman that wants to go along with his plan. Because he's saying that the women, they all want somebody that's already built, already put together. And so I'm going to address that, and then I'm going to just talk about how women can really set you back. Women can ruin your life. They can ruin your goals and your financial future, dude. And I have some real examples that I'm going to talk about. And I'm not just going to sit here and bash women, because I'm married, okay? Disclosure, I'm married. I chose to get married. So it's not all bad, and I'll talk a bit about this. So, to address this young fella, the red pill, the black pill, is that yes, women want somebody that's put together. Alright? The more put together you are, the more choosing signals you're going to give off, okay? So, hey, here's my example. So, I started dental school at 24 years old. Alright, so I went into dental school, and before that, I had a couple girlfriends. I just did. Okay, so that happened for me, but it nothing really like transpired. Nothing really got towards an end state of marriage, of engagement, of marriage. It just didn't happen, man, and I think part of that is because I was so focused on building up myself, I didn't put time into the relationship. I think because myself, I wasn't ready. So it just so happened that, I guess at that time, perhaps, I don't know, hypergamy was a little bit different back then. Dating apps were in their infancy, but there was not an issue for me getting a girlfriend. It just sort of happened organically. You know, the one back in high school, that was... I met her at church, right? I met this girl in college. She was in the pre-dental society that I was in. She was like a career woman. Frick, man. I'm glad I didn't go that direction. I'm glad it didn't work out. But it just sort of happened organically along the way as I was hustling. But I wasn't ready. So it was me, man. It was me. But that's not to say that I didn't get into, because like when I started dating with intent to get married, I think that's when a lot of this craziness happened, man. Like all this hypergamy, like the dating apps, you know, the 1%, the 6'2" plus and above, you know, 6 figures minimum, mandatory minimum. That's when that's really started flooding the culture. So when I got out of college, that's when it got awkward. When I was in between college and dental school, that's when it got awkward. I still went on a couple dates before dental school, so it wasn't impossible. But finding the one definitely is hard, man. I can't blame women. I can't fault women for wanting what they want, because let's face reality, dude. The economy is in the toilet. Inflation is on the rise. People want to take nice vacations. People want nice things. I want nice things. I do. I want nice cars. I want a nice house. I want some land so I can go hunt one day and take my sons to do something that I didn't have the opportunity to do. So I want nice things. Women want nice things. That's just the reality of it, man. And people want the best deal that they can get. So in some ways, I don't fault women. But hell, the reality is what it is. Okay, the stats are what they are. You've probably seen the stats. Only a certain percentage of men are above 6 foot. And of those, only a certain percentage are six-figure earners. And of those, how old are they? Because really, dude, men don't hit their stride until they get into their later 20s or into their 30s. So people want everything now. They're looking at social media. They want instant gratification because that's the dopamine they're getting. Just constant floods of instant dopamine. But what people are missing out on is that beautiful journey of progression. I think men and women are missing out on that, getting together at 20 years old, 21 years old, and just starting with nothing. You're dirt poor, you got nothing. And that's how most people from the dawn of time have been. They just got together and they built everything they had. These women are missing out on that because I think part of the reason is they don't realize that if a woman is with a man from the beginning, man, that's loyalty. That's not going away. Like, if you're there, what are the odds a guy's going to cheat on you if you're there from the beginning, dude, from that hustle when it first started? So for you, you're going to have to find a woman, probably in a small town, all right, that doesn't demand the world from you right now. That's just how it is. You're going to have to date a younger woman, 18, 19, 20. And in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with dating an 18-year-old. I know people make all kinds of qualms about that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's an adult in the United States of America. There's definitely going to be some maturity issues there. But you're going to need to date someone young, probably from a smaller area, smaller town. Someone who is humble, who comes from a humble background that does not have money. Okay? The woman I married, she did not come from money. She came from a background that was very careful with money because they had to be. Similar background to mine. Even though I was the youngest child, my wife was the oldest child. So I actually got more luxuries than my older sister did. And so she was like my older sister. She got less than, because as your parents grow older, they have more money to throw around at you. So, but that worked great because she was already modest and careful and humble, man. It just worked. And she was younger than me. So I'm like a leader. Okay, I have knowledge that she doesn't have. I've been able to guide her and teach her about things and mold her with certain things. That's what you want. You cannot date somebody your age. You cannot date somebody that's older than you. You've got to date somebody that has less experience than you in life, and that's younger than you, and that's humble, and that doesn't expect the world. Dude, I know I'm describing a unicorn, but you got to get after it and you got to find them. You're going to increase your chances by dating in church, but even though that's not a surefire thing, because we've seen church girls divorce their husbands or whatever, they haven't worked out, these personalities on YouTube. So that's my advice to you, man. And if you do that, that's going to set you up for your financial future. That's only going to add to the fire. That's only going to add kindling into the flame for you to roar and to hustle, man. Because if you have a wife to take care of, if you have some kids to take care of, dude, you're gonna fight for those promotions. You're gonna fight for that extra income. You're going to want to get up and claw every day to go do this, man, to go fight the rat race for your own freedom and for your bloodline's future. So getting married and having kids is a good thing. It can fuel you. But let me talk about the other side of the coin. So I went to dental school, right? I've told you guys that. I'm a dentist. Man, a woman can set you back for the rest of your life. Multiple women can set you back. And it's going to come down to your choices that you make. Who you associate with in life, your friends, and the women that you decide to spend your company with. Literally spend, all right? So if you've ever been to a dental school, how it works is you've got your dental students, they're pretty much to do everything. Kids, you know, they do all the labor, they set up the rooms, you act as your own assistant. You don't have any help, man. You run the show. Typically, all the staff are going to be older dentists. They're all going to be old, man, and retired, and they're past their prime. They're full of wisdom, they're full of experience, but they're past their prime. And I will say this is sad, but a fair bit of my professors, this is a black pill, this is a red pill, man. They're pretty much all divorced. Multiple times. It's fricked up. So you have these old guys, they're beaten down in life. They've been cleaned out 2 or 3 or 4 times. Hey, maybe it's to their fault. Maybe it's their fault. I don't know, okay? Who knows? But they've been cleaned out. Maybe their kids hate them. I don't know. But they have nothing to do. They have nothing to do. Maybe they've got just enough in retirement to get by. Maybe they don't have any retirement, dude. I don't know. But what they do is they go up to the dental school to teach. Because they can be around young people to make them feel young again. They can be around their colleagues that have done the same things as them, that they can talk shop with. And they're up there till they die. They are. That's their last stand. That's the flag that they're going to put into the soil. Their last stand in life is that position up at the dental school, being a professor. They were all divorced, man. There's a reason why they're working there. Like I said, it's for camaraderie. It's to feel young again. But, dude, some of them have to work. And they can't cut it anymore out in the job force. They can't. They can't. Like, physically, their hands don't work. They can't get around as much as they used to. In a dental school setting, dude, you're just sitting there. You're supervising indirectly. You know, you're just trying to get by. And it's sad because they made wrong choices. Because ultimately, you have to take responsibility for yourself. They made the wrong choice, right? They married the wrong person. And that other person has agency. That other person could have completely screwed them over, and probably that's what happened, okay? The first one is not your fault. The second and third one, they are your fault, right? Some of these guys, they just can't stay, I don't know, why not just date, but they keep getting married. But they make the wrong choice. And their lives are completely ruined multiple times. I had a professor that said, after the first one, I learned how to do it. I learned how to do this. And so he got a lawyer, I guess, on retainer for divorce. But essentially, you get one shot, man. And if you mess up a marriage, if you get divorced, if a woman cleans you out, you got pretty much after that first one, I don't know how you would recover. Because right now, I'm grinding away. I'm saving up everything we have. My wife, she's great. She brought some money, a decent little bit, into the marriage, right? So she added into this. I'm getting everything built up. But if I was one of these guys, I don't think I could recover. I don't think that I could feasibly retire. I think, like, your retirement is over. Because if you have to pay alimony, if you pay half of your stuff to your wife, your ex-wife, and then you have to pay alimony for years and years and years, it's over, dude. That's over. You're in the rat race. You are stuck. Like, there is no getting out of that. Unless you win the lottery, unless you're a freaking Dogecoin billionaire, it's over for you. It's over for you. I need to be talking about this so much more. Like, it is such a critical point in your life. You get married, let's say 23 to 28 time frame. Maybe you get married at 32. Hey, if you get married later, you better have a prenup, by the way. Past 30, if you've built up a lot of wealth. These professors, they died in the rat race. That's what's crazy. They died in the rat race. I had a guy, after my third year of dental school, during my fourth year of dental school, this hilarious professor, man. He worked in the prosthodontic department. He worked with dentures, all right? And this was particularly hilarious because he would tell us to tell patients, eating for you is done. You're done eating. You can never eat again. This is just for aesthetic purposes. Dentures, they're horrible, man. They don't stay in. They don't work very well to eat. They are mainly an aesthetic appliance. That guy died during my fourth year of dental school. He kicked the bucket. I remember looking outside out of the windows at him, and he drove like a ZL1 souped up Camaro. And he had a cane, and he would, like, the Camaro was low to the ground, right? So he would open the door, and he would sort of like swing out and put his feet on the ground, and he would just sit there for a second. He would just sit there and look down at his toes, if he could see them, because he was pretty fat. And he would just, I think, contemplate life there, just for a second. Breathe in and out. Think about what he's about to do. I'm not making this up, people. I'm not making it up. And he would just try to gather his strength to raise himself up, to get that cane, to walk into the school, to deal with some more nonsense, deal with crazy patients, and to continue his duty, continue his service to the rat race, continue to chase the cheese. Because he made critical mistakes. He got screwed over. Somebody screwed him over. One of the two or a combination. It's sad, man. It's sad. They say, look at your friends and I will show you your future. Let me add to that. Look at your girlfriend. Look at your fiance. Look at your wife. And I will show you your future. And your future will be that old man that couldn't afford to retire. You see, that old guy, he got divorced and he had a souped up Camaro, which at some point you gotta live. At some point you gotta reward yourself. But what are the odds that he was still making payments on that Camaro at 80 years old? That's something that a 22-year-old young and dumb would do. I hope he had the money, dude. I hope. But I don't know. I don't know. Dental school taught me so much about life. How it works, man. There was a professor that he had gotten divorced a couple times. He looked old, dude. He looked like he's in his 70s. I'm not kidding. This guy became a passport bro. And he went and married some young Filipina woman. I'm not kidding. And he had children. I'm not kidding, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. But those people are out there. The stuff you see in your algorithm on YouTube, in the MGTOW, Red Pill, whatever space, all of that is 110% real. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I met somebody that did that. And he had kids, and he was an old man, and he was up at the dental school. And I think I made some stupid comment. I think I even said, like, man, you know, surely you're good, right? You're just doing this for fun. And he kind of looked at me, and I think he wanted to say something, but he held back. I should not have said that. Because, no, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. He couldn't go and work a regular job. He had to, dude, he had a ball and chain to his ankle of the rat race. It's so bad. It's so bad to think about. These guys were our age. They were us, okay? They were us. You watching this video, Doctor, I won't say his name, was your age, and he was just trying to figure it out, just like you are. He had no idea what was going to happen to him in his life. And life comes along and gives him a haymaker. Throws a haymaker. And he's reeling and he's spinning and he's just trying to recover. And he ended up still in the rat race. It's sad, man. That's so fricked up. That's not gonna be me, dude. It's not gonna be me. I picked a good one. I swear I picked a good one. And we're in this for the long haul. We're in this together. If one of us goes down, both of us goes down. If I get sick, she'll take care of me. If she gets sick, I'll take care of her. That's it, man. That D word is not an option. It's not an option for us. Both spiritually, morally, and let's be honest, financially. Because she needs me, and you know what? I need her. I need her. I need her skills and her talents to organize, to prepare the home. Frick, man. Frick! Such a red pill. Such a black pill. I didn't realize, man, when I started digging, when I started really unraveling this, that's fricked, man. Don't die in the rat race. Don't do it. Don't be like them. And with that, I will leave you. I hope I earned your subscription. I hope I earned your like, and I hope I earned your comment. Let me know what you think below. DMD out.